Nothing there.
One less monster around.
Nothing there. Nothing to plunder.
Trouble? Damn. I don't know where they're all hiding. You kill one, and shortly afterwards they're all back again. Wait a moment. I know you. You're the fellow who was constantly baking arrows for me in the Valley of Mines.
Your name is Cavalorn, right?
Ah, I see you haven't forgotten me after all we went through in the cursed colony. Where are you heading?
To the city.
Well, well, to the city, eh? You may run into problems with the guards. They aren't letting just anyone in anymore, since the area here is swarming with bandits. In the past few days, one of those former psionics from the Valley of Mines came by here. He said he constantly goes in and out of Corinus. He went into the valley below the big tower. There must be a way in there somewhere near the waterfall. Maybe you should talk to the fellow.
Interesting armor you're wearing. Don't you belong to the Shadows anymore?
Shadows? They haven't existed since the fall of the barrier. The moment we could finally leave the Valley of Mines, there was no reason for me to stick with them. Now I work for the Water Mages. I belong to the Ring of Water.
What are you doing here?
I'm sitting tight. If it hadn't been for these damned bandits, I wouldn't be here.
Tell me more about the Ring of Water.
I'm not really allowed to talk about it. All I can do is send you to Vatras. He is the representative of the Water Mages in Corinus. The best thing would be to talk to him. Tell him you've come from me. Maybe he'll take you on as one of us. We urgently need more good people.
Weren't you and your people enemies of the Water Mages back then?
Those crazy old days are over. There isn't any more new camp or old camp. Now that the penal colony no longer exists, everyone is on his own. Most of us former prisoners are still being hunted. The Water Mages were able to get my sentence commuted, and now I can move about freely.
What are the Water Mages doing now?
They're up to something big. It has to do with an unknown region of the island.
An unknown region? Where is it supposed to be?
I can't tell you more. Talk to Vatras in Corinus.
What was that about bandits?
Have you slept through the last few weeks?
Huh?
I'm talking about all the riffraff from the penal colony that are making themselves at home here in the area, plundering and murdering for all they're worth. I guess I'm lucky they didn't kill me. I let down my guard for one moment, and they clubbed me from behind. No idea how I'll get all my stuff back now.
You were robbed by the bandits?
Yes, they beat me down and tossed me to the goblins for lunch. It was damned important stuff. A letter and all my money. I absolutely have to get it back. But without someone to watch my back, I'm not going back there. That cowardly rabble.
Can I help you with the bandits?
Maybe. But as scrawny as you look, you surely haven't held a proper sword in your hand for weeks. Well, I don't have any choice but to take your offer. My time is running out. So, pay attention. Down this path here, you'll find one of those filthy holes in the ground that bandits like to hide in. The fellows there are the same ones who stole my stuff. Let me know when you're ready, and we'll nab the rabble.
I need better equipment.
Those swine haven't left me much. I can give you a wolf knife. Will that do for now?
You call that a knife? But what about healing?
I still have 2 healing potions here. Interested?
Sure, give 'em here. Let's mix it up with those guys.
Sure thing. Just keep my back clear, okay? Now they're in for a nasty surprise.
You deserve that, lowlife.
Nothing to be had there.
You poor sucker. You don't even have any gold on you. I think I'd better take this weapon.
You shouldn't have come here.
You deserve that, lowlife.
Nothing to be had there.
So, that's done. Ha! Then I can finally fulfill my mission.
What sort of mission?
Yeah. First I have to get into the city, and then later. I don't know how I'm going to get all that done in time.
What about me?
Why not? You could take them. Then I'll have a bit more time to take care of one of the bandits. Must have the. Take it to Vatras, the water mage in the city. Tell him that I wasn't, and if he asks where I am, just tell him I'm already on my way to the meeting point. Oh yeah, one more thing. First buy some decent clothes from the farmers. Otherwise, you may be taken for a bandit. Here's a couple of coins.
Nothing there.
So much for you, filthy beast. Another one of those beasts. So much for you, filthy beast.
Nothing to be had there.
Who do we have here? You're on your way to...
Maybe.
You could eat. I don't care where you...
What do you...
The way you look, I can help you get it. I have here a small piece of paper. With this scrap of paper in your pocket, you can run about as ragged. Interested?
There must be a...
No catch. You will merely owe me a favor.
How will you get into town?
The guards know me. I will simply tell them that I have lost my pass.
What do you want for your pass?
I knew you were the right man. Listen, you will get the pass from me.
Just like that?
Just so. But if I meet you in the city, you owe me a favor. Do we have a deal?
Sure. Give me that paper.
Here, be careful with that. It is very valuable. One more thing. Don't even think about breaking your word. As a merchant, I have a great deal of influence in the city, and it wouldn't go well for you. But
I've got to go.
suit yourself.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing there.
Okay guys, I'm gonna be working on a freaking phone now.
Why are you hanging around on my land? Whose side are you on? The rebelling farmers?
I'm for the...
Ha! That damned warmonger Onar'll drag us all into the grave. What do you think? How long will the paladins just stand by? After what Onar has done, the whole city is in an uproar.
What's going on here anyway?
Don't you know what's going on? Boy, where are you from? We're on the edge of a civil war. Up till now, all the farmers looked at the tribute to the city as fair taxation. But since the paladins have come to Corinthus, the city guards visit us more and more often. And little by little, they're taking everything. If it goes on like this, soon we won't have anything left for ourselves. Some farmers are starting to rebel. Onar was the first of them.
Tell me more about this Onar.
Onar is the biggest farmer here in the area. He is broken with the city. They say he's hired mercenaries to keep the city guard off his back. Can't blame him. In any case, no royal soldier dares to set foot on his farm anymore.
Who are those mercenaries that Onar hired?
I don't know much about the guys. Supposedly, a lot of them are former prisoners from the mining colony. Everybody knows what you can expect from them.
I'm looking for...
I can't use another farmhand. Well, what I mean is, you can lend a hand in the field. And there are certainly a few other things to do around here. I could pay you with gold. Or give you a few decent things to wear. The things are worth a fair bit. I can't give them to you for nothing, but I can sell them to you cheap if you work for me. By the looks of you, I should say, take the clothes. Anyway, the small turnip field next to the barn needs to be harvested.
All right.
Then hurry it up a bit before I change my mind.
I need some sensible clothes.
I can give you clean farmer's work clothes. Can you pay for them then?
How much for the work clothes?
Well, we'll see. 70 gold pieces.
Well, that's still too expensive.
Well, suit yourself.
Here are your turnips.
Hey, you're not all that worthless after all. Take them to my wife in the house and tell her to cook them.
What about my pay?
I can give you 5 gold pieces. Or sell you the clothes cheaper. Well, what's it to be?
Make me a better price for...
Good. I'll give them to you for 10 gold pieces less.
How much for the...
Well, we'll see. You've worked the field for me. 60 gold pieces.
Give me the work.
There's a chest in my house where you'll find clean things. But don't even think about taking anything else with...
Hey! I've got a few turnips here for you.
Great. That should be enough to fatten those guys up. Since you're here anyway, I saw a traveling trader pass by here a few minutes ago. I think he stopped on his way to town. Go to him and see whether he's got a decent frying pan for me.
Give me the gold, and I'll go see the merchant for you.
Are you saying I can trust you? Just don't spend the money on booze, do you hear?
Can you get...
You can come back for more.
Show me...
Take your pick.
I've got...
Suit yourself.
Hey! Here's your frying pan.
Fine, let's see then whether it's any good.
Can you give me something?
You've had your por-
Hey, you! Have you got anything else for me to do?
I don't. But you can ask my wife or the boys in the fields. Maybe they need some help.
Hey, stranger. I saw how you came out of the mountains. You can be glad you didn't come by here 3 weeks ago. We would have taken you for an escaped convict, and we made short work of those. You looked completely done in when you arrived. Well, you look almost human again by now. What do you want here?
I was attacked by bandits in the mountains.
Those filthy rabble. They were probably the same bastards who took one of our sheep last night. You had terrific luck. Most people don't get away alive.
Those bandits won't trouble you anymore.
Why? Are they dead?
They picked a fight with the wrong guy.
Thank Innos. Here, it isn't much, but I want you to have it. I'll tell the others about this.
I'm on my way to town.
They might let you in if you tell them what they want to hear.
And that would be?
Well, for example, that you're from Lobart's farm and want to go to the smith in the city.
I see. I need better equipment.
I can imagine. But I tell you right now, we don't have anything to give away. If you can pay for what you want, Lobart will sell you some. Otherwise, go to him and ask him if he has work. One less monster around.
Hey, you, come here.
What is it?
On your way to the city, and really busy, too. Listen, you look like a smart guy to me. I bet you'll go far in life. You're certainly nobody's fool, I could see that right away. Say, you'd probably like to earn a few gold coins, wouldn't you?
Why not?
You'll have to forgive an ignorant old seaman. I'm a stranger in these parts, and I don't really know all the rules. So I had to find out the hard way that traveling strangers aren't welcome in the harbor city. Now I'm standing here with no idea how I'm supposed to get into the city. I have some extremely important business to conduct, and my client won't tolerate a delay, you see. You'll help me find a way to get past the city guard, won't you?
Nothing to be had there.
Halt! Are you one of the hands on Lobart's farm? I never seen you here.
I haven't been with Lobart for long.
What you want in the city?
I want to see the blacksmith to have some tools repaired.
Okay, fine. In you go then. And if you see Lobart, you can tell him he should feed his sheep well. We're coming back to him shortly.
About...
Yes, got an idea.
I have a...
Oh, I see. I'm supposed to act like I'm a... Take a look at me, boy. No...
They should let you pass if you're wearing these farmer's clothes.
That's just what I need. Man, I knew I could count on you. Nobody will bother me disguised as a local yokel. Excellent. You did really well. Here's your promised reward.
What? 50 measly gold coins? You can't be serious.
Gold isn't everything, my friend. Take them for now. I have the feeling that we'll be seeing one another soon. And who knows, maybe I'll return the favor. Look after yourself.
Nothing to plunder.
Halt, stranger. I am Lothar, Paladin of the King, and our commander, Lord Hagen, has entrusted me with the task of explaining to all newcomers the new laws which apply to all inhabitants of the city.
Since people have started simply vanishing all over this town, everyone needs to watch out that they don't suffer the same fate.
He doesn't see that. I can't help it.
It can't go on like this forever.
I have an important message for the leader of the Paladins.
The Honorable Lord Hagen is not receiving anyone. Lord Andre, the commander of the city guard, is responsible for all issues pertaining to the common folk.
That doesn't surprise me.
I already thought as much.
Listen, the city is threatened by dragons.
That can't be true. Another lunatic. We have enough unrest in the city as it is.
Don't tell me you didn't.
And without some dimwit scaring people with fairy tales about dragons. I immediately locked up the last person who was here telling dragon tales and sent him to the Valley of Mines with the prison transport. So mind your tongue. We can't use anyone here who spreads panic among the people.
That's the first I've heard of it.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
I knew that would be a problem.
You listened to the wrong people.
Don't say you didn't know that.
Somebody already reported the dragons here?
Yes. The fellow's name was Diego.
Listen to me.
I think so, in any case. I warned him just like you. But the lunatic just wouldn't stop getting on my nerves.
I never knew that.
I have come to get the Eye of Innos.
The Sacred Eye of Innos?
Why won't they listen to me?
How do you know about that? You're not a member of the Order.
He knew better.
A magician told me about it.
I don't know what his motives were when he entrusted one of the secrets of our Order to you. But he certainly didn't mean for you to get your fingers on it.
Enough trouble
But-
as it is.
I don't want to hear any more about it.
He doesn't see
First you start with fairy tales about dragons, and then this.
Enough trouble
Incredible.
as it is.
It's really not my problem.
I can't believe that.
Is it really true?
I wouldn't be so sure.
You listened to the wrong people.
The townspeople are simply disappearing?
Yes, it seems to be more every day. It's most annoying that the militia have still not been able to discover what's behind these strange occurrences.
Believe everything you
Small
hear.
wonder that the town's inhabitants are very wary of strangers right now.
Completely.
So don't provoke them when you're in town. Understood?
Listen, believe everything you hear.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
That was quite obvious.
Oh,
First,
I agree with you completely.
the Honorable Paladin Lord Hagen resides in the upper quarter, along with his troops. That is why access to the upper quarter is allowed only to honorable citizens.
That's the first I've heard of
Second,
it.
the town hall in the upper quarter is now the command post of the Paladins. Only the Paladins themselves and members of the militia have access to it. And third, whoever is accused of a crime must exonerate himself with the commander of the militia. Any questions?
There's nothing you can do about it.
I've got my own opinion about that.
That's been known a long time.
Don't say you didn't know that.
how do I become a citizen of the town?
Only those with regular jobs will be considered citizens of the town. But don't think that you'll be admitted to Lord Hagen just because you're a citizen of the town. As a citizen, you have access to the upper quarter, nothing more. Only as a member of the militia will you have access to the town hall.
I already thought as much.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
How do I get accepted into the militia?
By express command of Lord Hagen, only citizens of the town will be admitted into the militia.
I see.
If you want to know more, speak to Lord Andre in the barracks.
That's not what I heard.
Where can I find work?
You'll have to apply as an apprentice to one of the masters here in the lower part of the city. As soon as a master accepts you, you are a citizen of the town. However, the other masters must agree to it. That's the custom here in Corinus.
I hardly know.
If you were thinking about looking for work in the Harbor District, forget it. The scum of the city live there. Don't even go there. You would regret it.
He simply talks too much.
Where can I spend the night here?
If you're looking for a place to sleep, go to the hotel directly across from the barracks.
Don't say you didn't.
The Paladins pay for the lodging of all travelers who come to the city. The traveling traders from the marketplace are also lodged there.
Don't say you didn't know that.
Don't tell this to anyone.
I've got to go.
If I hear one more time.
Guys, I got into the city and
These are bad times.
Don't say you didn't know that.
I don't believe that.
It was just like you said.
Someone's gotta do the work.
That's not what I heard.
I don't believe this is gonna change. Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Take care of everything for everybody.
Do you really believe that?
That was quite obvious. I can't believe that.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
I'm not telling you anything.
Hey, you're new in town, huh?
Yes, and what about you?
About that.
I've come from the mainland, and now I'm hanging around here. I'm almost out of gold, so all I can do now is join the militia, I guess. But I don't want to do that. I won't be slaughtered by those orcs on the king's behalf.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
Don't tell this to anyone.
What can you tell me about the militia?
One of the paladins has taken command. A certain Lord Andre.
Enough trouble as it is.
He's trying to mobilize half the city in case the orcs attack.
No. He insisted
But you need to be a citizen of the town in order to be admitted.
You didn't get that from me.
As far as I know, if you're not a citizen, you can train anyway, but you won't be officially admitted.
Don't say you didn't know that.
Everybody knows by now.
Will it ever change?
What else can you tell me about Lord Andre?
He has taken over the position of judge as well. If you cause any trouble in this town,
Anything new?
you're gonna have to answer to him. I was once in a brawl with a citizen. He went crying to Lord Andre and ratted me out. That little matter cost me 50 gold pieces.
Can't believe that.
I was lucky that it happened at night, or others would have witnessed it. The more people complain about you in this town, the higher your penalty will be.
He never would have thought of that.
Who did you
himself.
fight with?
With a fellow named Valentino. He often hangs out in the tavern near the temple. I'm not usually a violent person, but that guy needed his face rearranged in the worst way.
you completely.
Has anything exciting happened?
You could say that. They robbed Bosper the bowmaker. What a brazen thing to do, I tell you. The fellow just ambled into the shop in broad daylight and grabbed himself a bow. And Bosper right after him, hollering, "Stop right there, you rogue!" But the thief was too fast.
Really? How interesting.
Has anything exciting happened?
Oh well, all's quiet. I suppose that when the orcs come, we can't fail to notice.
Has anything exciting happened?
Oh well, all's quiet. I suppose that when the orcs come, we can't fail to notice.
Has anything exciting happened?
Oh well.
Doesn't surprise me.
What can I do for...
What are you selling?
I can offer you everything you need to survive in the wild. Weapons, torches, provisions, even armor. I still have a special piece in stock. Double-hardened armor of snapper leather, still unused. Interested?
What do you know about paladins?
Since these bastards have come to the city, I've had nothing but trouble. The last time I was headed for the upper end of town, the guards flat out stopped me and asked me what was my business there.
And?
Of course they let me in. I had my shop in the city when most of those pompous asses were still chasing pigs with wooden swords. And yesterday, the bastards came and confiscated half of my goods.
The paladins seized your goods.
Everything I had stored in the backyard. They simply posted a guard in front of the entrance to the yard. If I'm lucky, they won't take everything. At least they might leave the armor here.
Can you help me get into the upper quarter?
What? What are you going to do there?
I've got an important message.
Well, well. Have you tried getting past the guards?
I don't see why I should even try.
You're probably right. I don't know how important your message is, and it's none of my business. But even if you told them that a ship full of orcs just anchored in the harbor, they'd send you away. Because they have their orders.
He doesn't see that. I can't help him.
Welcome to my shop, stranger. I am Bosper. I craft bows and trade in furs. What brings you to Corinus?
I need to get into the upper quarter.
Where the paladins are? Forget it. You need to be a respected citizen here, or at least hold a decent job. As a stranger, you stand no chance of getting in.
I'm looking for work.
I could use a new apprentice. The last one just gave up his job 2 days ago. Do you know anything about hunting then?
Well...
I could teach you how to skin animals. I'll pay you well for every skin you bring me.
What if I want to sign on with one of the other masters?
Balderdash. Harrod and Matteo already have apprentices. Constantino the alchemist is a loner, and he hasn't taken an apprentice in years. And as for Thorben, everyone knows he's dead broke. He probably couldn't even pay it. I, on the other hand, am in urgent need of an apprentice, and I pay well too. But no matter where you want to sign on, you need the approval of all...
I've heard that someone stole from you.
Who told you that? Probably Bartok, huh? Didn't he have anything better to tell you? Oh, well. Let me tell you, if I get hold of this bastard, he can say his prayers. I left the shop for only a moment. When I came back, I could only just see him leave, with my bow on his shoulder. I called the guards right away, but the lowlife ran towards the harbor, and they lost him there. I lit a bonfire under their asses then, and they searched the entire harbor district. but they didn't find a thing. Those bumbling lackeys. I bet my bow is still in town somewhere. I informed the guards on both city gates, and they haven't seen anyone leave with my bow. When I get my hands on that bastard...
He never would have thought of that himself.
I already thought as much.
That was obvious.
Hey! Ah, fresh face. You're not from Corinus, are you? This is not a good time for travelers. Bandits everywhere. No work, and now the farmers have risen up too. What winds have blown you here?
Listen to the wrong people. I can't believe that. Nothing surprises me anymore.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
I'm looking for work.
Do you know anything about carpentry?
The only thing I can make out of wood is a fire.
And what about locks?
Well...
I'm sorry, but I can't use you if you know nothing about my trade. And I have no money to pay for an apprentice.
Hey, you, wait. You look familiar to me.
What do you want?
I've seen your face before somewhere, right? Here, we found this picture on some bandits we picked up a few days ago. It looks a lot like you. Apparently, those guys were looking for you.
Gee, I'd never have thought of that myself.
Very funny. What did those guys want from you?
Ask them yourself. You've got them safely locked up, haven't you?
No, they're dead.
I guess we'll never know then.
If you're in some kind of trouble, go talk to Lord Andre. Maybe he can help you. You'll find him in the barracks.
How's it going?
How much do you want?
What do you mean, how much?
I'm the moneylender, and you came to me. What could you want from me? Money, of course.
Well, lend me some money.
Sure. How much would you like? I charge 20%.
$200 gold coins.
That's a lot of money. I'll see you here again tomorrow, and the money too. Understand?
It's really not my problem. All right, give me the armor.
You'll love it.
Show me your... But no, he insisted he knew better.
It can't go on like this forever. I could have told you that before.
You already know.
Hey, I don't know you.
I've heard a thing.
What do you want here? Are you headed for the
Like this
tavern?
forever.
Anything's possible. As if I didn't have enough problems.
I knew that would be a problem.
No, I'm not headed for the tavern.
Yeah, that's what I would have said. But that isn't important, and that's why we can get straight down to business.
Some problems
Since you're new here, I'll make you an offer.
You give me 50 gold pieces and you can go.
Like this forever.
That's your entrance fee for the tavern.
As if I didn't have enough problems.
I can't believe that.
But I don't want to go to the tavern.
That's totally obvious.
You know, sooner or later, everyone wants to go into the
Why
tavern.
won't they listen
So you
to
can
me?
pay right
I
now.
can only wait
Then
and
you'll
see.
have it over
Why
with.
haven't I heard about this before? That's totally obvious.
All right, but I don't have that much gold with me.
That doesn't matter. Just give me everything you've got on you.
That's totally obvious.
I can't believe
Okay,
that.
this...
All right, that's enough
That would be
then.
a problem.
Let's
Ever
wait and see.
generous, that's me.
That's totally obvious.
I can't believe that. I hardly know what to believe anymore.
That'll only cause more trouble.
I must be crazy. What are you doing here?
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
There've been all kinds of...
Hey, Larish, you old scoundrel, how did you get here?
You didn't get that from me.
I was able to escape to the Valley of Mines just in time, together with Lee and some of the other boys. You remember Lee, don't you?
I don't believe this is going to change.
Do you really think?
Of course I remember Lee.
I got out of the colony with him then, just after the barrier was destroyed.
Why haven't I heard about this?
He and his boys are now on the farm of Onar, the landowner.
I've got my own opinion.
He made a deal with the farmer. He and his boys defend the farm, and Onar feeds them in return.
I'm not touching that. I hardly know what to believe anymore.
It's exactly what I said. Do you really think?
Tell me more about Lee and his mercenaries.
Say you didn't know that.
What do you want to know?
There've been all kinds of rumors.
How do I find the landowner's farm?
It's quite simple. You leave the seaport by the east gate, and then I can take...
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Tell me more.
Well, if you're as tough as you were back then, you shouldn't have any problems with them. Most of them are ruffians, and if you can't stand up to them, you won't get far. If you're squeamish, you don't have a chance of joining them.
So sure. I'm not touching
Why aren't you with Lee and his mercenaries?
But I am, just not on the farm. You could say I'm our outpost in the city. We don't want the ship to sail without us.
You should have known.
What ship were you talking?
It's on the open sea harbor, behind the cliffs. Lee and a few of his people really want to get away from here. But that could take a while.
Why?
You'd better ask Lee about that. If you meet him, he's got plans.
Those are all just rumors.
as much.
Can you teach me something?
Sure.
Whoever asks me. It's better to watch out.
Teach me.
As much.
Good. Your strength has increased.
The first I've heard of it.
Who said that? That's
I must talk to the paladins by any means.
Obvious.
What do you want from them?
They've got a powerful amulet, the Eye of Innos. I must have it.
Got my own opinion.
And you think they'll give it to you? You'll never get into the upper end of town.
I'll find a way somehow.
Sure. If you want to ingratiate yourself with the citizens or play errand boy for the militia.
Anything's possible. Do you really think?
I've heard a thing or two. I get so worked up.
There've been all kinds of rumors. You don't have to ask me that. That's nothing new. Listen to it. That's nothing new.
It was just like you said.
Would ever change.
Don't tell me.
Nobody ever asks me.
Innos be with you, stranger. What brings you to me?
I've got an important message for Lord Hagen.
Well, you stand before one of his men. What is this about?
It's It's about a sacred artifact, the Eye of Innos.
The Eye of Innos. I have never heard of it, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. If there truly is an artifact of this name, only the highest members of our order would know anything about it. In any case.
That's why I have to talk to Lord Hagen himself.
Lord Hagen receives only paladins, or those who are in the service to paladins. It is beneath his dignity to waste his time with members of the common folk.
I want to take up service with the paladins.
Good. I can well use every able man here, no matter what his reasons for joining us. If you place yourself in the service of the paladins, I shall help you get an audience with Lord Hagen. However, I have my orders only to accept citizens of the town into the militia. My commander is afraid that spies or saboteurs could sneak in. He wants to limit the risk this way. Therefore, you must first be a citizen of the town.
Is there a faster...
You're really serious about this, aren't you? Good. Listen, I have a problem. If you solve it for me, I shall see to it that you are accepted into the militia. But the most important thing is, you must not breathe a word of it to anyone.
What's your problem?
Recently, there have been a number of thefts in the city. Thus far, we have not been able to capture anyone. The thieves are simply too skillful. The scum know their business. I'm sure that we're dealing with an organized gang. It would not amaze me if there were a thieves' guild in Corinus. Find the leaders of the gang and hunt them down. Then I shall see to it that you are accepted into the militia, regardless of whether or not you are a citizen. But you must say nothing about our agreement.
What should I do once I've found one of the thieves?
If it's a matter of a lackey, a henchman, or some small fry, you should rather come to me and report. I shall then... The city guard could intervene. Furthermore, however...
I've heard a thing or two. That's the first I've heard of it. I already thought as much.
Do you really believe that?
I already thought as much. I can't believe that. I don't believe this is going to change.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
We can only wait and see. I hardly know what to believe anymore. I don't believe this is going to change.
You listen to the wrong people.
I don't believe that.
You listen to the wrong people. It's not what I heard.
He simply talks too much.
That's not what I'm not telling you anything new.
I never be so sure.
That will never change.
Go away, don't tell me that.
Don't say you didn't know that.
Hey, you!
Adanos be with you.
Who are you?
I am Vatras, a servant of Adanos, the guardian of the divine and earthly equilibrium. What can I do for you?
He doesn't see that. I can't help him. That's no secret.
Here, I've got a letter for you.
For me? Indeed. This is an important message you're bringing me. I wonder how you got hold.
I got it from Cavalorn, the hunter.
Cavalorn? Where is he?
He told me to tell you he couldn't make it and is headed for the meeting point. Whatever he meant by that.
I see that you have gained Cavalorn's trust. That...
Can you heal me?
Adanos, bless this body. Free it of its wounds and strengthen it with new life.
That's all just gossip.
I can't read that.
That's the truth. That's no secret. Ah, you've come just in time. Sure you're eager to do me a favor for science's sake.
Easy, my friend. First tell me what this is all about.
I have developed a new spell, a spell of oblivion. I've already successfully carried out a few practical applications, but I don't have time to conduct one final test.
What's in it for me if I help you?
I could teach you how to brew potions. I know the recipes for healing and mana essences, and for potions of great speed.
Tell me more about the experiment and the spell.
The spell serves to make somebody forget various events. So far, I have only found it to work when the person in question is angry, for instance, if he has been knocked down or robbed. Even if he has only witnessed such a deed, he will scratch it from his memory.
So I'm supposed to knock somebody down and then put a spell on him?
Yes, I think you get the point. But to make somebody angry, it is enough to attack him. You don't have to knock him down. So you should pick somebody who's by himself. If there are other people around, you'll just... Also, it makes no sense to cast the spell on someone who's busy attacking you.
All right, I'll try out that spell.
Then take this once you're done.
About the...
Have you been sick? If you...
Show me your...
Halt! No one may enter the store!
Why can't...
The Honorable Lord... Halt!
What?
Yeah.
Why...
Are you deaf?